Good morning, students. Welcome back to our math session. We have done two sessions on chapter 1, rational and irrational numbers, and this is our session 3. Students, today we are going to do decimal representation of rational numbers. If we use decimal fractions while dividing the numerator of a rational number by its denominator, we get the decimal representation of a rational number. For example, if we divide 7 by 4, we will get 1.75. In this case, after dividing 7 by 4, the remainder is 0. Hence, the process of division ends. Let's see practice set 1.3. Question 1. Write the following rational numbers in decimal form. First sum is 9 divided by 37. If we divide 9 by 37, we'll see that it is coming as 0.243 and remainder again comes as 9. That means it is recurring. So we are going to get 243 again and it will keep on recurring. Okay, so there is no need to divide it once we get the same number. So our answer will be written like this, 0.23, and we'll put a bar line over it. That means it is a recurring number. Similarly, we can see the next example, 18 divided by 42. Students, we can see in this case 18 and 42, this ratio can be simplified before division. So both numbers can be divided by 6. So that is why we have divided 18 by 6 and 42 by 6. So our simplified fraction is 3 upon 7. So now it is easier for us to divide. We can divide 3 by 7. And again we'll see that our answer is 0.428571 and it repeats again. Again we are getting the same number as remainder. So it will keep on recurring every time. So the group of numbers which recur, we'll put a number line over it. So a bar line is above 428571. Similarly, we can see in next example 9 upon 14, where the digit 6 is not recurring. Instead, the digits after that are recurring, 428571, and again it recurs as 428571. So you have to put a bar line above only those digits which are recurring. So here we have left 6 because 6 is not a recurring number. The next example, minus 103 upon 5, we'll put minus sign and divide 103 by 5. So you will get here 20.6. Because here remainder you will get 0, it is completely divisible. So we'll get answer as minus 20.6. The next example, when we divide 11 by 13, so recurring number is 846153, which will repeat again. So we have put a bar line. Students, now we will see what is irrational numbers. As we have seen earlier, that any number which can be represented in form of ratio, we call it as rational number. So obviously an irrational number means which cannot be represented in the form of P upon Q or in the form of ratio. So in addition to rational numbers, there are many more numbers on a number line. They are not rational numbers. That is, they are irrational numbers. Square root 2 is such an irrational number. Let's see practice set 1.4. First sum. The number 2 is shown on a number line. Steps are given to show root 3 on the number line using square root 2. Fill in the boxes properly and complete the activity. So step number 1 is the point Q on the number line shows the number root 2. A line perpendicular to the number line is drawn through the point Q. Point R is at unit distance from Q on the line. Right angle triangle ORQ is obtained by drawing segment OR. From figure we can see that length of OQ is square root 2, whereas length of QR is 1. So by Pythagoras theorem, we can write length of OR square equals to length of OQ square plus length of QR square. So we will substitute the values of OQ and QR. So we'll write root 2 in place of OQ and QR in place of 1. So we can see when we square root 2, it becomes 2, whereas 1 square is 1 ones are 1. So we are getting 2 plus 1 as 3. So taking square root, we will get length of OR equals to root 3. Now we will see how to show the number root 7 on the number line. So students will take a scale and draw a line and will mark points -1, 0, 1 and 2 which are equidistant. So you can take a unit distance. For example, you can take 1 unit equals to 2 centimeter. So the difference between each unit number should be 2 centimeter. Now you can see we'll mark the point 2 and take a unit distance vertically upwards as point B. Now we'll take compass and take a span of OB and make an arc which intersects our line, and we'll mark that point as root 5. Again draw a perpendicular line and take a unit distance and mark the point C. Again we will take a span of OC, we'll mark the arc which will cut the line and we'll mark it as root 6. And the same step will be repeated by taking point D at unit distance, and the arc drawn by taking span OD will give you number root 7 which we want to represent on the number line.